It's Tokyo Joe time. Hey everyone, it's me, Tokyo Joe. That's right, Tokyo Joe. Coming at you almost live from Tokyo Midtown, Tokyo Town, in the land of Japan. That's right, land of Japan. Place you always wanted to be, friends. To live the dream life in Tokyo Town you always wanted. Well, I'm here to help you do it. And friends, before we get started, I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. Thank you from the bottom of Tokyo Joe's heart. It means a lot to me to be able to communicate with people over the YouTube, and to think that I could be walking down the street riding my bicycle here in Tokyo Town, and maybe some of you people actually have no idea that it's me, but you've subscribed, and I have no idea that it's you either, friends. But that's okay. But can I ask y'all for a favor? Can you please just subscribe and tell your friends about Tokyo Joe? It means a lot to me to have all my friends out there over the YouTube, and I look forward to being part of your life and part of your information about Tokyo Town. Okay, friends, well, today I want to respond to a video talk about this subject, and I tried to post a response, but unfortunately the person who posted this video is hot as strong and will not accept my response because he had blocked me from his channel. And that, my friends, is a true sign of a tyrant there. Because, friends, let me tell you, I don't care what you post below. I don't care if you give me thumbs up or thumbs down. That's your choice. That's the beauty of democracy, friends. And friends, I'd love it if you gave me a thumbs up, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. I'd love it if you all gave me good comments, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. But friends, this fellow has blocked me, and people don't like some things being said, but I'll tell you, I will not censor or block any comments or any people from my channel, friend. And that's a Tokyo Joe guarantee right there. So, please leave your comment below, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, or do whatever you want to do. But unfortunately, I can't do that on his channel, so I'm doing this video. Now, some people like to think that they know more about Japan just because they've been here a long time. Now, friends, I have been here a long time, and I can tell you, I can only say one thing about Japan. I am only beginning to understand Japan. I would not say that I even have any chance of understanding all of Japan. I'm only beginning to understand Japan, and I've been here a long time. Worked in many industries, retired many decades ago, and I'm different from a lot of people who come here, because many people, including this gentleman, come here to teach the English and don't work in a profession like law, medicine, banking, or other professions like that, and see the world from the perspective of an English teaching person. And that, my friends, that makes me sad. Because you can do that, fine, become an English teacher, but what you'll be doing is, you won't be seeing Japan. You will be seeing the inside of a crowded train. You will be seeing the inside of a school, and you might have some free time between the time you finish and the time you sleep to see Japan. But that ain't exactly seeing all of Japan, is it? If you work in a hospital, for example, as a doctor, you will be seeing a lot of things that you will not otherwise see. The kind of accidents people get into, and the kind of things that happen in this world. If you're working in a lawyer's office, you'll see a lot of things that other people won't see. Things that happen in this world, in the business of Japan, in marriages, divorces, families, in society, with the government and everything else. So, If you're an English teacher, you probably won't be able to see those things. You'll have a different perspective, and you'll see other things, all right? So unfortunately, a lot of these j-floggers are ESL teachers, and I got a lot of love and respect for them, but sometimes I think they miss the point that they can only see Japan from one perspective, friends, and that makes me sad. But I got some things I disagree with in this man's video, and you should never let anybody. Here's Tokyo Joe's advice to all you people out there, English teachers and others thinking of coming to Japan. You should never let anybody tell you that you should not come to Japan if you're one kind of person or another. That is complete and utter horseshit, friends. Especially if it's coming from a man who spent his whole life inside a classroom. I think that's wrong. Okay? And I think it's wrong for people just because they're YouTube heroes, whereas there are lots of other people. For every YouTube hero, there's probably 100 people who ain't YouTube heroes, but are heroes in real life and get stuff done out there in the real Japan, who will disagree. But they won't spend hundreds and hundreds of hours on the YouTubes making videos because they've got real stuff to do. You won't hear from them. Oh no, they don't have a YouTube account. So when someone tells you you should not come to Japan if you're a certain type of person, you should treat that person with contempt. It is wrong for them to tell you or anybody that you should not come to Japan if you are a particular type of person. It's just wrong, friends. It's wrong, and it makes Tokyo Joe sad. I will say one thing. Please watch my videos on having good manners in Japan. Please watch my videos about Gaijin versus Gaijin, because that's a real problem here in Japan, and this video, which I'm responding to, is a real example of this. There are a lot of Gaijins here who couldn't make it back home, or if they could, they make it in Japan. Well, at least they think they do, and they like to discourage everyone else from coming because they know there's a lot of good people who want to come to Japan who could just hit them for a home run and knock them out of the ballpark. And they don't want them people. They don't want you good people coming here to Japan and spoiling their Japan. So they're going to get on the YouTubes and say, don't come to Japan if you're this kind of person. Don't come to Japan if you're this kind of person. You don't come to Japan if you're like this, which is complete and utter nonsense. So I'm discouraging you from listening to this stuff about not coming to Japan if you're a particular type of person, because it means absolutely nothing. Only you can decide if you want to come to Japan. Get your papers in order, come over, and give it a shot. Please watch my other videos about how to be successful in Japan. I've got my own tips about how to do it, and my own philosophy of how to do it. And even for those of you who are thinking of coming over to teach the English, I got other recommendations, such as spend a bit of time at home, get the degree and the career you want. Because if you come over here and teach English and you go home with that's all you've got in your CV, you're gonna be flat out getting a job at Dunkin' Donuts. I recommend you all get a career, spend a good 5 to 10 years doing it back home before you come over. What it means is when you do come over, you can knock these guys out of the ballpark with your skills and your experience, and you will have no problem at all trumping anyone who just has a BA and no career and just came to Japan to teach the English. You will do much better. And if in 10 years' time, when you realize that you're unhappily married to your J-wife and you want to escape, you won't be as bitter as these guys, and you won't need to bunker down and need to create these kinds of false dichotomies of opinion and telling everyone this is how you don't come to Japan if you're this kind of person. You won't need to do that because you've got your own life and you got a sense of who you are. Whereas I see a lot of people coming over to Japan who don't have that. What they've got is their identity is all here in Japan, and their identity is as an ESL teacher of the Japanese, and that's a very narrow skill that practically anybody who can speak grade 5 English can do, and it's easily replaceable. The Filipinos are doing it, the Indians are doing it. You're not special, you're an ESL teacher. I know people from Europe who are teaching English, and they ain't even native English speakers. So just remember, it ain't a career, and you don't want to be trapped here living in the ass end of Saitama or somewhere like Nagoya, if you can call that living. And you don't want to be doing that unhappily married to your J-wife, because you got no plan B. You got no escape. This is it. And there are times where you probably want to think about doing something else. So I don't think you should listen too much about, don't come to Japan if you're this kind of person. I think that's complete horseshit. And anyway, that's all for now. I care about you guys out there, and I want you to be all successful, and I want you to be happy in Tokyo Town or in Japan. So please leave your questions below. I respond to every single comment I can. I do not block or censor comments, so leave your comment. What do you think about this business of don't come to Japan if you're this kind of person? Friends, I think it's complete horseshit, and I think the only person in the world who decides whether you should go to Japan is you. Okay, friends, please rate, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, or do whichever you want to do, and I'll see you on the channel. Peace from Tokyo Joe. Bye for now, friends.